Hey guys, I'm Sartorial Phil. Welcome back to my channel. I have a really special unboxing. It's been quite a journey getting this, and I finally got the last piece this past weekend, so that's why I'm recording the video now. I'm using a clip-on mic now. I found that it's worked a lot better. So this is a pretty heavy box. This is the top of it. Here is the main piece. This is, I think, most of their watches, unless it's the Grand Complications, it comes in a box like this. This also has a flap that opens in the front. So this is a dust bag for the box, which I have a Rolex and an Audemars. Neither of them come with a dust bag, although Audemars does come with like a protector, but this is actually a bag that fits the box. And then inside is the instruction manual as well as the certificate. It comes in like a microfiber brown dust bag with Patek Philippe stamped on top. And here is the box. It's in a glossy finish. I'm not sure what type of wood it is, but I think this type of wood is usually used in like cigar boxes. So it's glossy, and it also has 4 metal feet with like a felt pad on the bottom. And then in the front, so you open up the latch here, and basically now that unlocks the top cover. So do you have any guesses? I think if you've been following me on Instagram, you have an idea of what it is, but I never actually posted it because I tried on a model when I was in New York, but it wasn't the exact one. But it gave me a sense for the watch size as well as the design of the dial. What I got is this is the moon phase and an annual calendar watch. This specific watch doesn't have a special name like the Nautilus or the Aquanaut. The reference number for this one is 5205R, and it's part of their Complications line. So this one features an annual calendar, which has the day of the week there, and then it has the day in where the 12 marker would be, and then the month. So this is June. It's Jun. It's a little narrow, so it's not the easiest to see, but you have to figure it fits within those slots. And then on the bottom is a 24-hour timekeeper and also a moon phase. So the moon phase is really it's a little bit more complicated, and you rarely see that on the entry models, because of the way they have to calculate the moon, because it's going to be different than your regular, 24 or 12-hour timekeeping. And then on the bottom, you'll notice that there's some writing in there. I think depending on which device you look at this video through, you'll see that it says Tiffany and Company or Tiffany and Co. And that's why this watch comes in a Tiffany box, and also why I purchased this watch from Tiffany, not Patek. And I'll tell you more about that story in a bit, but just to give you the rest of the tour. So this is a shiny crocodile or alligator strap. This is the regular buckle that comes with it. It is also rose gold, so this part, all the metal part is rose gold. And it's just a pretty standard, like a belt buckle kind of system. And it has 2 holders, so that the end of the strap doesn't just flop out. And then actually what just fell out was, this is a tool that comes with it, and you can see that it's color coordinated. It's what you use to set the annual calendar as well as the moon phase. You're not going to see it too well here, but you might see kind of 2 dimples next to the crown, and there's also 2 more on this side as well. That's what you use this tool for when you press it to set the moon phase as well as the annual calendar. The watch hands themselves, you would set with this crown. So unlike my Audemars and my Rolex, this crown doesn't pull out multiple times for you to change different settings. This crown only works for the time. And as you set it, it's gonna set both the 24-hour and the 12-hour, which includes the hour and the minute hand. The only thing, this one, I wish it was more secure because it'll just fall right out. I'm not sure what that's for. It's probably for certain watches that might have something that goes in there, but for this specific one, it doesn't come with any accessory that would fit inside there. On the bottom, it says Swiss made, which you would of course expect. And something with the design of this watch that isn't really apparent when you look at this from the face, as well as looking at pictures online, is that this bezel is actually concave. So when I go to the side, I think you can see what I mean. The shape is like that. It goes up like a mountain or a hill, whereas most other watches are like a dome. So it goes the other way, which is a convex shape. It kind of creates some sort of optical illusion effect. And then the Patek logo, which is the 4 of the fleur-de-lis, is on the crown. The watch strap that I'm eventually thinking about getting as a like an alternate, because with these straps you can fairly easily exchange them, as opposed to the metal ones on my Rolex and my Audemars, which you pretty impossible or tough to swap those out. But here there's a pin system where you can just press it and the straps will come off and you can replace them. So the one that I want, and I'll insert a picture here, has the Patek logo on the bottom, and it's called a deployment buckle, a deployment clasp, which is a lot easier to put on and off. So I'm definitely going to make more videos on this, but for this one, this is like an overview of this item. It's very special, from Tiffany. Basically what Tiffany does is, because they do sell it, they only sell Patek at their New York flagship store, which I went for an event, and that's also how I ended up getting the Schlumberger piece. And if you haven't checked that out, I'll link it in this video, and I'll add an information box on the top as well. So the event was to celebrate Jean Schlumberger's work for Tiffany. He's a really world-renowned jewelry artist, jewelry designer. And I happened to, because I love watches, I was able to go to the Patek Philippe salon at the Tiffany flagship store. It's not on the main floor. They have a small display case in the main floor, which is open to everyone. But in order to go to the salon, I think you usually have to either make an appointment or you have to coordinate with one of the sales associates there. I mean, it's basically just like a regular Patek Philippe store, except everything they have in there is branded or co-branded, which makes these pieces much more unique, because Patek only creates so many per year, and to have it available for Tiffany to be co-branded, it's much rarer. You can only buy these with the Tiffany co-branding from the Tiffany flagship store in New York. So for me to get it, I was able to look at it here, but I had to purchase it from the New York flagship store. So that's pretty much it for this box. Earlier I was talking about this folio, and in here this is the certificate and the warranty, and it's written out to me, as well as its a list where I got it from, which was Tiffany. And then there's a couple of booklets there that talk about their museum. And then in here is the instruction manual. So I think that's the movement is caliber 324S, annual calendar with 24-hour indication. And this is thick because it just has a lot of different languages. And it teaches you how to set the watch. So you can see there, and it shows you what the movement looks like. If you were to remove the front of the dial, you can see there's two discs here for the day of the week and the month, and then you have an outer disc which shows you the day of the month, so the day, and then on the bottom is the moon phase. So it goes between two full moon cycles as it turns. And then of course you would have the watch hands that would connect to the middle. And then in the middle of the moon phase, you also have the 24-hour. So that's why this is called a complication. You can see how many moving parts there are, but they're all powered by a single pendulum, which makes this an automatic watch. And the disc or the rotor is gold as well. For the Audemars that I have, it was a 22 karat. I'm not exactly sure if this is the same standard 22 karat or if it's 18 karat. And then it also comes with the calendar year, or the full moon and leap year calendar, because this is a guide you can use to help set the moon phase, because you kind of have to set it once. I believe you wait until it's a full moon, and then you probably press the pin that I showed you and it will reset it to a new moon, and from there it should work. And then when you get to a leap year, you'll probably need to reset the day in February, because there's 29 days. So just a simple information booklet, but it has it all the way up to 2032. Obviously you can just look this up on Google, but it's just kind of nice that it includes it and it's in the Patek branding. The last thing is just the registry. So you register your watch. I don't think it extends the warranty like Audemars does. They do give you special access, and I believe they send you their magazine as well. Once you send this in, it just comes with an envelope and a form for you to fill out. And then this was the certificate of authenticity as well as the warranty. And it's basically a letter. You can see the start of my name there, but also has my address, so I'm not gonna show you that. And then to quickly show you, that's just a model number. The reference is 5205R-0010. So just a museum pamphlet that you can visit in, I believe, Switzerland. And one more thing I forgot to mention is that the price of this, even though it was purchased from Tiffany, it's the same price as if you were to buy it from a Patek Philippe boutique. This model is $47,900 and then plus tax. So in the United States, if you're not aware, we don't add tax to the list price. And based on which state you live in, we have, I think it's around maybe 5 to 10%. It varies between that range. So for the state that I live in, Massachusetts, it's 6.25%. So the price I paid was $47,900 plus 6.25%. So my total price for this one, I believe, was $50,800 and change. And there's even a story about Tiffany used to co-brand with Rolex actually, but they stopped doing it quite a few years ago. And that's my video. I know this is a pretty long video already, but there's even more I haven't really talked to you about. So I'm definitely gonna make another one, because I'm gonna show you how it looks like on, with maybe some different outfit options, and I'll probably in a later video also compare it to my Rolex and my Audemars, including the packaging. So subscribe if you want to know when my latest video drops. Also check me out on Instagram for the latest updates as well as exclusive content. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.